Hello and welcome to the Eureka Masterclass with me, Bren Hammel. In this week's episode, I'm going to show you how you can steal your competitors' customers from right under their nose. It's very simple and very effective and one of the best strategies within the Facebook ads platform. I'm also going to show you how you can pick the right interests when you're first starting out with Facebook ads. It's very difficult when you're first starting out. Who do you select? What audience, what interest do you select? How do you know if it's going to be effective or not? I'm also going to show you how you can do that research in little as 15 minutes to ensure that you start your Facebook ad campaigns at the best possible foundation, ensuring your success and ensuring your profits. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. So Facebook have this fantastic tool called Audience Insights, where it allows you to do the research that you should be doing before you start every Facebook ads campaign, especially when you're targeting a new division for your business, or you got a new product, or you got a new service. You want to start with the best foundation, and this Audience Insight tool allows you to do that. It also allows you to analyze competitors and also target competitors with your Facebook ads. So it's very powerful. How do you get there? So just before I show you that, these are the three options. You can target and select custom audiences, so you can analyze your custom audiences to get a deeper insight, so you can get further interest targeting and further demographic targeting from people that have already purchased from you, or custom lists that you've already have within Facebook. If you don't know about custom lists, I have done a past Eureka Masterclass on custom lists. I highly recommend that you go back and have a look. If you've got 20,000 generally plus people connected to your Facebook page in terms of likes, you can generally use this option to analyze your page further in terms of interest targeting and demographic targeting to help build out your interest-based ad campaigns and make sure that your ads are showing to a better selection of people. Remember, market and message. If you show your ads to a poor market, you'll get a poor result, even if your ads are fantastic and your landing page are fantastic. You definitely want to make sure that the audience you have is the best, and this tool helps you do that. Essentially, this is one I use most often when I'm starting with a new client, or if I've just started a new business for myself. Everyone on Facebook, and that's primarily what I'm going to use in this video today. So how you come down to all tools, under plan, you've got Audience Insights, and that brings you directly to this page. Now, as I'm currently in Australia, I'm going to start with Australia. So this platform here allows graphics, page likes, location, activities, but in Australia we don't get household or purchase information. But if you're watching this from the United States, you certainly do get that information. So here we have a breakdown of all the users on Facebook within Australia, and we know that 53% are women, and you'll see these change as we add interest later on. But this is just a couple of a little bit of the overall kind of picture of the people on Facebook within Australia. In my opinion, this is pretty much kind of useless, and you want to be targeting down. So let's hypothetically suggest that we're a home builder and I'm looking to get on Facebook, and I want to target more people that want to build new homes with me. So I can put in one of the biggest home builders in Australia, such as Metricon, and I can have a look at who is liking them on Facebook. So I can see just from a age and gender perspective that 60% are women. So I may primarily want to pitch my ads to women. And we can see that in the graph here, grey represents Australia as a whole, and the blue represents Metricon. So we can see that from a Facebook perspective, we can see that from an age perspective, the best age is 25 to 44, and we can see the difference here in the bubble next to the right of my mouse, just how that percentage breakdown actually works out extremely specifically. So we can see that relationship status. I actually might want to target women whom are married or engaged. I may want to target people that either have college or grad school education levels, and there's usually the job title targeting isn't all too helpful, but we do have a fairly large amount of people that are into computer and mathematics, IT, business and finance, operations, and they're about 20% or slightly better of the Metricon audience. 20% or better fall into these kind of job title categories. So from a demographic and age perspective, we have some good data here that we can help refine our ad targeting from a demographic point of view. But what about from an interest point of view? If we click the page like tabs now, we can start to see that what do the people that like Metricon, what other pages are interested in? We can see here that they're obviously interested in Metricon, but Caroma, they supply tapware and other kind of household items. Nick Scully Furniture, the Crown Melbourne, that's an interesting one. And we can start to see that people are interested in realestate.com.au. So we're starting to get a little bit of a picture. So that's interesting. We might want to break down specific ad sets. Remember, when you're targeting with ad sets, you want to get really granular. Don't bundle everything into one ad set, because you won't know what interest or what kind of demographic targeting is working well or what's not working well. So from a page-like perspective, we might be able to target Gary Vaynerchuk. We've got Robert Kiyosaki. We'll have Jim Rohn and Deepak Chopra. So I can start to, again, on my trusty notepad, start to write down all these different page likes and get really granular and specific about who are the ideal people that I should be targeting. So like a quick kind of story is that when I started one of my e-commerce businesses 2.5 years ago, I used Facebook ads to the people I thought that would buy. And I spent roughly about $1,100 US, and I failed. I sold 4 products. Our average transaction is roughly $170 now. Back then it was probably about $140. So with 4 sales and $1,100 in ad spend, I'm not making much of a profit. I don't want him to skew the data, and I can start to break down further that. So Success Magazine showed up twice, Robert Kiyosaki showed up twice, and so has Gary Vaynerchuk. So then back using one of my previous Eureka Masterclass with targeting, you can layer the targeting. I may want to be very, very specific and say, I want to target people that like Tony Robbins, audiences when I'm building out my Facebook ad sets. So it's very, very competitive. And I can't stress enough that you should be breaking down. So if I wanted to select and break down these people individually, I would have one ad set with Jim Rohn, I'd have one ad set with Brian Tracy, Robert Kiyosaki, and so on and so forth. Do not throw Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, and Robert Kiyosaki all in the one audience, because you won't know which group or audience is serving you the best, providing you the best return on investment. So for instance, Jim Rohn might be providing you with great profit, but Brian Tracy is losing you money. You need to know that, because then you can throw away the Brian Tracy audience, and you're back to a higher overall profit, and allowing you to spend the money that you wasted on Brian Tracy to possibly start using it to test Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, and whomever the page likes that your audience are interested in, or different competitors. So this concludes the Audience Insights Eureka Masterclass. We would love your feedback, so please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please like us on Facebook, and we love your emails. If you've got any emails, you've got any suggestions, any topics you'd like me to cover within these videos, please feel free to email us at info@eurekasem for search engine marketing.com.au, and I respond to every email, and we get some great feedback there, and we get some great questions, and I base a lot of the Eureka Masterclasses that I do on the topics that people suggest. So I'll leave this masterclass with you guys, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you.